Well, hello again, everybody. I'm Deb Sofield, and you're listening to my weekly podcast series called Encouragement for Your Life. Most of you know I'm a national speaker and trainer, and as a coach, I help people find their voice and learn to use it. I'm also a conference speaker, so if your organization is looking for an amazing keynote speaker, I hope you'll reach out at debsofield.com. I've got a couple books on the market that you can buy on Amazon. My first book is Speak Without Fear. It's a great guide for public speaking skills. And then I have a new series that's actually from my radio show called Encouragement for Your Life. Tough love memos to help you fight your battles and change the world. You can go to Amazon, look up my name, Deb Sofield, and all my books will appear. You can also check out my website. They're there also. So my theme for today is this: friend, you are what you do, not what you say you'll do. I'm Deb Sofield. Thanks for spending these next few minutes with me. Let's get started with today's show. I don't know about you, but one thing in life that really chips me off is when people tell me they're going to do something and then they never get around to it. I had a friend who offered to take me out for my birthday. That was in October, and I'm still waiting. Well, I'm not waiting anymore because they've obviously forgotten what they offered. And as I look back over our friendship, I had to face the fact that they rarely kept their word about things they say or promise. They're not unkind, and they don't mean anything by their forgetfulness. And we always have a great time when we are together. I just have to chalk it up that they are busy with husbands and kids and always talking about getting a job. I get it. And now when they make their big announcement of what we're going to do, I just smile because I know nothing will happen. But it's the thought that counts for me, I guess. Now, listen, today I am preaching to myself because a while back I made a list of things I had promised other people that I would do, but I never got around to it, and I had to go and I make things right. Now, some folks have moved on, and when I didn't keep my word, they did other things. Yeah, at that point, I could just apologize and move on myself. If someone won't let me make it right when I offer, I'm not going to beat myself up over the fact that I made a mistake and then I tried to rectify it. Because when it comes down to simply making time, taking time, and creating space and time to do what I said I would do, well, that's on me. Because the fact is, you and I, well, we're what we do, not what we say we'll do. You may have the same issues in your life. I mean, we mean well, but goodness, life gets in the way and crowds out our good intentions. And friend, that's my thought for today. I gave this statement a while back in one of my shows, but it keeps popping up in my inbox. So it must mean I still have more work to do. And the phrase is this: you are what you do, not what you say you'll do. For being so simple, it is kind of profound. And what I find so interesting is the types of people who hold on to the promise of what we say we'll do versus others who chalk it up to life getting in the way if we never get around to doing it. Good for all of us when our friends don't hold us accountable for our lapses in commitment. What's interesting, children actually hold us accountable to this saying. If you say to your kids, with good grades, we'll go eat a cheeseburger and then go to the zoo. Well, a year later, you'll be reminded of what you offered when finally one report card comes home with a good grade. Kids remember our promises as truths. We said it, we promised it, we must deliver, or according to them, we'll break their little hearts. Or as I found online, there's a new website dedicated to, quote, lies our parents told us. Ouch. Now, what I find interesting is it's not just kids who keep score. I have found that many of my parents' generation also expect us to do what we say we'll do. Imagine that. For many, it's not about a promise, but an honest measure of a man or woman's worth by keeping their word. Now, here's what I find so interesting. Rarely does someone ask you to make the promise. Think about it. You make it, whether in haste or with best intentions. You made a commitment, so now you must deliver. Remember, promises made should be promises kept, even the little ones. I've learned some hard lessons to curb my tongue on making promises I can't keep. It's so easy to be generous until you got to pay the bill. It's so easy to offer other people's time until they tell you they can't help you out. And it's easy to throw out a big idea and then not have the wherewithal to make it happen. And what's so interesting to me is we all do it with the best of intentions. But then many of us fail because we never make a start, or worse, we don't start at all. So think with me for a minute. What promises have you made that you have not kept? Did you promise to fix something for somebody? Did you promise to return things you borrowed? Did you repay a loan or pay for a repair? How about this one? Did you promise to clean out the car, the attic, the garage, the closet, the storage unit that's costing you a boatload of money monthly and full of stuff you can't even remember what you even own? Did you promise to spend more time with the kids, the wife, the husband, the relatives, the in-laws, the outlaws? Because friends, here's the truth. You and I, we are what we do, not what we say we'll do. The good news. I know some listening today who do keep their word in small and big ways, and that is great. You have my admiration. And doesn't it feel good to do what you say you'll do, or accomplish what you plan to do, or finish the job you started? I gotta say, there is no better feeling than that of accomplishment. So in thinking about you are what you do, not what you say you'll do, how can I encourage you to get going again? To start or finish? Now listen, I will do my part weekly to encourage you. Just tune in every Saturday at 12. But you've got to step up and do your part, i.e. turn on the radio. Please know, I'm here to cheer you on to do the things you've promised, to be the encouragement to your amazing life. Our friend, we all need to do what we said we'd do. Make a call, send the email, write the letter to finish what we committed to so many years, months, or days ago. And remember, it's never too late. I always think sometimes we're like, well, the funeral passed, the birthday passed, the anniversary passed, the good event passed. They'll forget. Oh, they might. But boy, won't they remember when they receive your card, your call, or your letter? A while back, I was speaking, and a young lady asked me to be her mentor. Now, I should have had the courage to politely say that I don't mentor anyone because I can barely keep myself together. But what did I do? Oh, I was a big, bold, brash speaker who, frankly, was too weak to be honest with her and myself. I knew as I was saying that I could probably work with her that I wouldn't have the time due to my travel and speaking schedule. So weeks went by, and then a month, and another. And I finally wrote her an email apologizing for not keeping my end of the bargain. And then I offered a few dates to meet on Zoom or Skype. She was going through a transition and was very kind about my apology and offer to connect, but she had found someone closer to her hometown. Whew, I was lucky. She was forgiving, but I made a mistake and I knew it. And I had to make it right. Because I do think it's important that my word is my bond. The older I've gotten, the more I realize the mistakes I made in my past, I can only ask forgiveness for and move forward. And now, ensure that my word is my bond. Listen, I'm not asking you to do anything I'm not doing myself. So maybe together we can hold each other accountable and keep our word, or better yet, here's something I've learned the hard way. I try not to make a promise I can't keep. Believe it or not, I have had to pull back on some of my over-generous offers so I can be real and reasonable for those times I do offer something to make sure I can keep my word. Because if we are judged by what we do, not what we say we'll do, I have a responsibility to my friends and family, and so do you. So, we're almost in a new month with a world of new opportunities to make right that which we promised, to do what we said we'd do, to go where we said we'd go, and to be whom we claim to be, to make our world a better place. I gotta say, I love this thought for the day. Friends, you are what you do, not what you say you'll do. So today, let's get started. Well, that's it for today's show. Thank you for listening to me. I trust my words have given you a bit of encouragement for your rockstar amazing life. And I hope you'll join me next week for Deb Sofield's Encouragement for Your Life weekly podcast. Thanks for being with me. I hope you have a great day, and I look forward to connecting next week. Take care, everybody.